Everyone, welcome to the Independent Artists Unite show for their second visit, The Dark Wave.
Hey, thank you for having us. Thank you
Hey,
so
Yeah,
much.
man. I'm talking about their new single, One of These Days. It's hard for me to say it without singing it. That's how catchy this song is. But they're
Oh,
here
that's
to
so
talk about
nice.
One of These Days. Um,
Thank you
and
so much.
I was just noticing these guys are very fancy. They have the lyrics on the for Spotify. But I'm walking around listening to this song all the time, and I've developed my own lyrics for it. I said, just a shipwreck dropping yesterday's tears. I thought it was just a shipwreck drunk with
Yeah,
yesterday's tears, which is also kind of
yeah,
a nice line too. But
yeah. Right. That's how it goes often, with
but
lyrics
now
if
I
you
can
don't
stop
understand them.
rewriting.
Yeah.
I can stop rewriting the lyrics now that I've got that
We got it on
on Spotify.
Spotify. Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
guys, congrats. This is just another great fucking song, man. You guys are
Thank you
killing
so
it.
much.
I'm
yeah.
really excited. Yeah, I'm just always excited to hear what's coming next with you guys. I think you guys got a really good thing going.
Well,
Um,
thank you so much.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and this one, yeah, talk a little bit about how this song came about. Was it like a jam with the band, um,
Um, yeah.
or was it a Yelmer with
It
his
was a Yelmer.
guitar?
Yeah, it was a Yelmer. I wrote the song about 8 months ago or something like that. It was the second song I wrote for the Dark Wave.
Okay.
I think I started it by jamming with my piano this time. Actually, it's
Oh,
it's a
really?
piano-based song.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
What I did was I just created something, and I went to Ableton to come up with a sort of bass track, a demo track, and this was a bit of a synth pop song actually, and that's also where this synth theme is originated from. And yeah, so I kind of made all the lines together, and then I just gave it to the band. Do you like this song? Do you think we can do something with it? And they all liked it, and it became much more a rocky song than I had originally made it. But
Oh, interesting.
that's
Yeah.
that's the nice thing about working with a band.
Yeah.
It's a
Well,
really
I
fun part.
mean,
So.
yeah, that's kind of like a nice outcome because what I wanted to I wanted to throw some praise on Papine and the rest of the band too because it maintained the simpleness, of the song and just like kind of strengthened it. I could hear with the rock version, and you guys didn't start noodling all over the place. You know what I mean? And like so that it kind of and it's of course musicians want to noodle.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
very
not all
hard.
musicians.
You're like, I must serve the song.
Yeah, but I think Papine, you played a very big role in perfecting this song.
Yeah. The first versions were a bit bland, and then sorry,
Bananas.
no, it was not Yelmer's version, but the band version was a bit
Oh,
like
the band. Okay.
the band version, and that's always yeah. No, sorry, it was a really good. I start again. It was a really
That's
good
pretty
song.
good. Yeah, it's kind of bland, but we'll see what we do.
No,
That's
it
all right.
was
That's all right.
the song itself was really good, but the version that the band played first was a bit like, well, yeah, okay. And then I listened to it like for a week in a row, just playing it one time after another, and then my head starts to bubbling with guitar parts and things like that.
Okay, yeah.
I was also in that period listening a lot to some really dark metal from the Netherlands.
Oh, interesting.
There was
I
a
didn't know that.
you now know. So I tried to put something of that what I was hearing a lot also in that song, and there's like the sort of rough guitar line in the back
Okay, yeah, and a lot of energy too. A lot of energy in the
it's
song.
like sort of it's yeah, it has this kind of metal guitar, but it's still maintaining the rock. It's not going to be metal because the drums and things like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to play a sort of the Cure bass line based on what the bass lines are from the Cure.
Mhm.
And that's also what made it into this song.
Mm.
So yeah.
Yeah,
And you
gotta
forget
hear
to
that now,
mention
but
about
yeah.
the fretless bass.
Yeah, well, that was in the recording studio, of course. But then
That was
there's
amazing.
the bridge is I first did it on the regular bass, and on the recording studio we said like, hey, there was also I think the drummer said it like maybe you should try to do it with a fretless bass, and I also have a fretless bass at
Oh,
home, so
cool.
we did, like
Yeah.
that part in it, and that made it also really good for the 80s feel of the song.
All right. Now I'm gonna have to go back and listen yet again.
Ah.
Mr. Fretless Bass.
It's another stream.
Yeah.
No, but I think the outcome. I mean, in the rehearsal space, it was already becoming a good song. But when we made it into the studio, and the producer, he cut down some. I think the chorus, the first chorus was like cut in half, wasn't it, Jelmer?
Yeah.
So that made it into like a really pointy
kind of pop song thing. Yeah.
So it's a hard thing when your producer is cutting pieces of your original song, but he does it for a reason, and he actually it improves. Yeah.
It's it's tough. It feels like you're getting your arm cut off or something, and then you're I must accept this.
Yeah, but it becomes better, so that's okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's just like there's like a youthful energy to the Dark Wave. You know what I mean? It's like it really is this youthful energy that comes across, and maybe it's because it reminds me of like when I was young. But actually, you know what I thought for the first time today when I was listening to it is that there's a slightest bit of Adam Ant in your voice, which I never heard before. Yeah. Like when he was at his prime, you know, Adam Ant at his prime. Yeah.
I very often hear this Adam Ant comparison. I'm not someone who listens a lot to Adam Ant, actually. I know some songs. I got
really?
some records of him, but of course. Yeah.
Oh, you've heard it before?
Yeah, of course I know. Goody Two Shoes. Right. This is the best hit, I guess.
But no, but I mean, has someone else mentioned Adam Ant or no?
Yeah, I think it was James from Pain in the Ass. Or maybe someone else. I don't know. Yeah.
All right. We haven't talked about that. Yeah. Okay.
But I think
now I get to talk to him about Adam and the Ant and Jelmer / Jelmer.
Yeah, I think in a general sense we're mostly influenced by British rock bands from the 80s and maybe also the 90s. If you look at Pepijn in the background, you see a poster of Blur. I mean, they're also influential to us, I guess. So I think most of the influences are stemming from that period of time. Yeah.
I love your hat too, Pepijn. That's a great look for you there.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, right.
But too, you know, I was a little bit fooled with this song because it does sound so. It sounds cheery and youthful and and you think if you don't listen to the lyrics at all, you think this is going to be about, you know, passing your English test or something like that. But it actually is like the lyrics are quite poetic and like. It's one of those contrast things, a bit of a dark lyric, right, with the upbeat song.
Yeah, definitely. So the lyrics are about a lobster being trapped in a restaurant aquarium, and this lobster looks around him and he sees his brothers and sisters on the tables. They're being eaten, and
all right. See, now I put myself as the person that was trapped. And my brothers and sisters are getting eaten by like Trump.
Actually, so the lobster knows that his end is going to be soon, but it's also symbolic. You know, it also stands for hopelessness in life.
Yeah. I
It
guess
could be
that's where
someone
I
who's
identify.
yeah. You have to identify, right?
Every time, just give me the hopeless shit. Okay.
No, but that's the I think personally
I'll take goth
that's what I
singles
really
for
like about these
500,
lyrics, that
Alex.
it's that it's also standing for something more. It's not just about a lobster, but it's also about hopelessness
Yeah.
in life. It could be when you're in a war situation. It could be when your life is not going anywhere. There's multiple interpretations possible. But yeah, this is
Yeah.
partly about the lobster and his fate, and also about mankind,
Oh, I
I
love
guess.
that.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Yeah. And can you read the lyrics for us?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Um, even the
Now I got a
original
whole new,
lyrics.
multi-level thing going on, so I'm excited
That's
to hear them.
nice. So it goes like this: You're trapped behind glass walls. It's not like the ocean. There's too many light bulbs in this culinary hell. They're eating your brothers. They chew up your sisters, and you'll be the main dish, trapped like a feeder fish. And you'll see there won't be anyone to see the storm in its true form. One of these days they will come after you. One of these days they will come after me. One of these days they will come after you, and none of these days will belong to you. And then it goes, when you were younger, your claws were untied and you were swimming backwards. No villain in the deep blue sea, just a shipwreck dropping yesterday's tears. They're still eating your brothers, two of your sisters, and you'll be the main dish, trapped like a feeder fish. And yeah, they have the pre-chorus again, and you'll see there won't be anyone to see the storm in its true form. And then it goes. Then there's the chorus again, and it ends. One of these days should belong to you. One of these days should belong to me. One of these days should belong to you, and one of these days should belong to you. Something like that. So yeah, that's the lyrics.
I just like, what does it say about me that I missed that it was about a lobster in a restaurant at all? I went total metaphor.
Yeah. So he's trapped behind glass walls,
Yeah.
not like the ocean. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It just works so well. Yeah.
I understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes
But that's
I
quite
don't
clever.
always listen to lyrics so very in a literal sense, but thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's great. That's amazing to have that that metaphor running through the whole thing, or that a metaphor can be applied, to, yeah, this feeling of feeling lost and yeah, and
it's a bit of a new thing I'm doing as an artist as well. See, I'm also a journalist, so I like to tell stories, with my articles, but
interesting.
also
Yeah.
sometimes my songs are introspective, but I also like it when I can describe a situation and it also says something about society.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to do here. So it's about animal consumption, but it's also about hopelessness. And I was kind of happy with this one, but yeah.
I'm with you, man. I love that. Wow, that's a great thing. That's a great thing.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, because I'm vegan as well.
Great.
And also, nearly hopeless. So
yeah, okay, that's
I'm like your prime target.
yeah, that's nice. Yeah. Okay, well, that's good. Yeah.
And
so you won't be eating a lobster?
No. The last time I tried to eat a lobster, it just sat there, but that had to do more with, I think, the drugs I was on.
Fair enough.
I don't know why I keep coming back to this story, because it was just the most horrible idea in the world. It was my birthday, and my wife and I were like junkies together, Oh, yeah. And she took me out for my birthday, and we had surf and turf. So it was filet mignon and lobster, and and then also I just kept getting up and going to the bathroom, doing more heroin, coming back, and we just sat there and stared at the food and didn't eat it at all. And then we popped a bunch of ecstasy. I don't even know how much. And then we just got freaked out by the lobster, and we literally did not have a bite. I mean, we sat there, and we had lobster and filet mignon, and they kept saying, "Oh, is everything all right?" Yeah, everything's all right. And eventually, they just took it away, and we never touched it. And then we went to the movies and we saw Vanilla Sky.
What a night!
I was so terrified by that movie, and I haven't been able to see it since. It imprinted total terror on my brain. It was just too much. That combination of drugs and the trippy feel of Vanilla Sky was, I left a part of me in that theater, actually.
Oh my God, it's a great story, but I'm glad you're sober now. So
yeah.
Okay, what a story.
What's next for the Dark Wave? Because you guys, what was it? Just a 2-single thing, a deal you had with this record company, or are they renewing you? Or you guys can renew? I forget what the deal was.
No, it is a 2 deals single, and if we want, we can renew it, or we just have to see. And we're going in the studio this Friday, Saturday, Sunday, to record, we hope, 3 new songs. And then we can release an EP like in the beginning of the autumn.
Oh, awesome!
Yeah. So that's the plan, and we're still in. We don't know if we're gonna release it with this record company or we find another one. It's all in the open.
Yeah. But we were very pleased to hear that our record company did its promo very right, and we ended up in an actual Spotify playlist this Monday.
Really?
So that was really nice.
Oh,
yeah.
Congrats, man.
So we were really happy about that. The new alternative. Yeah.
I think you're the only person I ever met that that's happened to. It's like the holy grail.
Yeah.
For independent artists, can it happen?
It actually can. Yeah, I think it has something to do with labels, knowing people and all that. But they did their
little
pretty good. Yeah. So love that. Great people.
That's wonderful. Yeah. I wish I had like a record label and I could just give you guys a bunch of money and go out to the country in a castle or something, like the Led Zeppelin treatment, like, hey guys, here's a bunch of money.
Oh yeah.
Go record the album, and just see. I would love to hear the full Dark Wave album that was recorded like that. It's just like, it's a pity that these things don't happen anymore,
Yeah.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah. But likewise, by the way, Scott, likewise for your music.
Thank you.
Yeah, seriously, love it.
But it's I was curious about your English, Jelmer, because it comes out like when you sing with a little bit of a British accent, but it could be like. Actually, I was wondering if it was the same syndrome like as here in Denmark, because a lot of people, when they switch to speaking English, speak it with an English accent because their English teachers were from the UK,
Oh, yeah.
And I was wondering if it was like that in the Netherlands as well.
Well, I wouldn't say that's really the case, actually. In the Netherlands, sometimes it is. But, you gotta remember that the UK is our neighboring country, and the US is very far away for us. Currently, I'm really talking a lot with people from the US. I'm working together with them musically, but and also I'm a huge fan of British music, and so it goes a long way. Like The Cure, Ecstasy, Echo and the Bunnymen. It's the entire list, and if you keep on listening to something like that, then I think you kind of adapt yourself to it. So there's a little bit of an element of fakeness, of course, because I'm from the Netherlands. But, as I like to think about Amy Winehouse, when she sang her music, it was also it was always with an American accent.
Yeah, that's right.
Because
that's interesting.
she was from London, actually, but her musical examples, they were all from America. So I think that's also something that adds to the game, I guess. Yeah. But,
well, I think anything goes. I just think no, I mean it sounds great, and I was just curious about that English teacher I've come across in Denmark. But
And what actually there's like a new development currently. It is that as people are currently singing in their own language a lot. I was sometimes thinking about that. Should I ever do something like that? And what would you think?
I would be interested in hearing that. Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I think it's very cool, you know. I mean, it's amazing how much you can respond to. I mean, like I always go like back to like Sigur Rós or something like that, where you don't
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
understand a
yeah.
fucking thing they're saying, but but the mood hits you so deeply, you know.
Was a made-up
Um,
language, right? What they used.
I think partially, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, or
yeah,
like the
yeah, yeah.
Cocteau Twins or something like that, you know. It's like so. There's also a lot of made up words there, but it's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, it translates, you know, emotionally, and yeah, and I think there's something about this single too, Yelmer, too, that I'm sorry, I'm geeking out on Yelmer's voice, Pepijn, but
It's
I
okay.
also love the bass as well because it totally drives the
Love
whole
the
thing. It's
bass.
so high energy, multi bass, any bass. Give this man any bass. Um, I want to hear a stand-up bass on the next.
I have one here, so it's
Hey, I knew that. But yeah, there's like I love it on this song because it is this like I think it's because you were had this metaphor going that could be like a commentary on society, that there's like this edge on your voice too. You know what I mean? Like it reminds me a little bit of this well, I said last time too, the Generation X thing too. Like they
Yeah,
were
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah, yeah,
poppy,
yeah.
but they were also really pissed, you know,
Yeah,
about certain
yeah,
things. So it all came out as this pop song, but then you like listen to it and think, oh wow, these guys they're pretty pissed about something, you know.
yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah, it was a band I used to listen to a lot. The Generation X, of course, also Billy Idol. So yeah, I guess thank you very much for saying that. And I think what I recognize about it is that usually when I sing something, I'd like to have it with a lot of energy, but also with a lot of a post-punk twitch to it. I don't know how to describe it properly, but it has to be melodic, it has to be catchy, but also angry. And I think this
mm,
combination of things, it works for me. And I like listening to people that sing in that kind of way.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, thanks.
Yeah, it's a great thing. Yeah, and then two, it's like the edge of the voice, and then two, this like you guys often, I think we talked last time too, that it's just relentless hooks coming at you. You know, it's like the verse is like catchy enough to be a chorus, and then and then the chorus happens, and it's like a whole nother level, and then you think, okay, well, they must be going back to the verse now, and then comes in this. You know, this keyboard line, and it's just like chef's kiss. You know?
Yeah,
Who came up with the keyboard line? Was that from the original demo, Yelmer, or was that a yeah?
that was April Afternoon.
So
Yeah,
good, so good. Yeah,
yeah.
And now I'm going to talk about the bass.
You go.
No, because like as I said before, Pepijn, that about keeping the simplicity, you know, which is like it was like I fought that war as a singer with like the rest of the band, you know. But at the same time, it's like an intelligent simplicity, you know what I mean? Because you know, it's not like the guitar and the bass and the voice are all doing the same note, like a la Ramones or something like that. You know, there's like everything's like in a different kind of harmony or something. So it's like it's actually like very like intellectual but simple. You know what I mean? With all the harmonies. So yeah, I really appreciate that. It's so easy on the ears. It's like lovely to listen to.
Yeah, and still, it's the depth is really there's a lot of depth in the song, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but it's well, it's we're with 6 people, so there's also a lot of possibility, of course, that you can layer a song.
Yeah, but I mean, too, with 6 people, I'm just like astounded that you're able to maintain like a simplicity to it and some and all the breathing room. You know what I mean? Because you can like very quickly everyone starts piling on there. Just to if everyone just did a little more complicated thing, then suddenly
I know.
you got Pat Metheny group.
No, that's absolutely true. That's when you arrange a song, just amaze the rest of the band, and they're like, "Okay, now we're gonna play that." I think that does the trick.
Yeah, yeah. But it's just so great if everyone in a band is like really feeling about making the song as good as it can be. You know what I mean?
Oh
And
yeah.
it's like I mean that's what it takes, really. You know,
Yeah.
it's like I remember with like
Definitely.
all my bands I had in the '90s. It's like I think maybe we had like simple things in the beginning, and that were like demos that I did because of my like you know I'm by no means like a you know guitar hero or anything like that, and so things were simple ideas, and then as the band went on and we didn't reach the success that we wanted to and we started jamming as a band and coming up with ideas that way, the music got so complicated, you know, that it was like I don't know. Yeah, it became like you know, it's like the classic Spinal Tap joke of like, this is called Jazz Odyssey.
Oh my, yeah. Is there still music of your former project online somewhere?
Yeah, actually, I'll send you a link. Yeah,
Oh,
we had an
amazing.
album out on a independent label in '97. Actually,
Nice,
were you
nice.
guys born yet?
Yeah, I'm from '89. Yeah, so I was, yeah,
Yeah,
I
that was
was
from
born.
'97. Yeah. Yeah, but that's still on there. Yeah, but you'll hear that too when I send you the link. You'll be, oh,
Amazing.
yeah, I hear what he's
Looking
talking
forward to
about.
hearing that. Yeah,
Some
nice.
unnecessary, complicated shit there going
Just golf or something like
on.
that.
um, so what's next for you guys? Are you guys still out there playing some live shows and stuff? I'm still seeing some live snapshots there and there.
Yeah, so I think we have like 6 shows ahead of us.
Oh,
And we've
nice.
been playing, yeah, it's really nice. And we've been playing quite some times in Belgium as well recently.
Yeah,
And yeah, so what we noticed is that people in Belgium really like our sound, and there's a big electronic body music movement over there as well. And we don't really make electronic body music, but you know, the broader spectrum of goth and dark wave
yeah,
and
yeah.
post-punk, I think it's a little bit bigger there than in the Netherlands. So yeah, we're just about to, record our EP. Wanted to release it later this year.
And you're
Release a
gonna
couple of singles.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
And the EP
yeah,
is
and do some
entitled
live
"We're
shows.
Big in Belgium."
We're big in Belgium. Well,
That's a
we're
good
we're
one.
not big in Belgium yet, no, but I mean, I can see some growth over there, maybe
Yeah.
in the future. I don't know, but yeah, let's not overestimate it. No, no. Yeah,
Oh, but it's so
maybe
cool
I'm.
when you start playing around enough to see that like certain areas are appreciating you more and stuff like that. You know, it's
Yeah, that's
like
cool.
truly like organically finding an audience. It's awesome.
That's nice, right? Yeah.
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 Yeah, maybe I missed something, Papine. I don't know.
No. That's absolutely correct. We were surprised about Belgium. That was really funny, and people were really like when they heard us play. They were really like you sometimes hear from the audience like, "Wow, they're playing this song," and it was like they're really fan. That's cool to see.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's so cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
we're
glad you
we're
Well,
guys are experiencing that. Yeah.
already it's for it's just in the somewhere of the end of September, but we're already booked for a sort of gothic festival in Belgium.
Oh,
They
awesome!
already had the lineup complete, and they just add us.
Squeezed you in.
To,
Oh, awesome!
that's really
That's so
cool,
cool. Yeah.
and
yeah,
that's
that's amazing.
And now,
So,
are you guys like I do you guys have other labels like approaching you all the time? Because if I had a record label and I heard you guys, I would just like throw in an offer. I mean, it's crazy. You guys are built for speed.
That's so nice to hear. No, not yet actually. But there was when we were talking with this label, well, we also talked with another label, and we chose this one. So there was an initial offer of two labels, and we chose for this one. Yeah, as for other records approaching us, not yet, but who knows? I hope so. But yeah.
Well,
but thank you very much for the compliment.
I believe in you guys. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, maybe
would you like to be on a label yourself then, Scott?
Well, when I put this album out last summer, I pitched it around to a few, and I think because of my past in the music business, it doesn't take me long to become totally dejected and just like in the fetal position,
Yeah.
And I thought, for instance, I sent it to I knew quite a few people on this one label. I won't mention their names.
That's all right.
But and they said, "Oh, we're not signing. We can't sign any more people. For the rest of this year. We're all scheduled up. So we're just working on the artists we have on our, that we've had for a while." And then the year went on, and then I actually witnessed them signing more people.
Oh,
that's the bad thing about today's.
That's the business, right?
The Instagram and the internet. I can say, oh, yeah. So that was unfortunate. And then I actually was talked to our joint friend on Polypeel Records.
Yeah.
There's done your videos. Yeah.
Sven. Yeah.
Yeah. I talked to him about it, and he was like, and he was like, yeah, I'll put it out, and it wasn't like, he wasn't exactly like, it's my dream come true to put out your record,
Yeah.
He kind of said he would put it out, and so I thought that was cool. And then something weird happened where I said, okay, yeah, well, here's the cover art, and I sent him the songs, and he was like, he was kind of like, it's too many songs. And I was like, what? And then he had some ideas about how to change the cover. Yeah, I think you should do this for the cover. Do you mind if I drop a cover? And I was just like, beep, 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 beep. Warning. And I realized I am such a crazy control freak, that I really do love doing everything myself, and I really don't want to give that away, So it was a great learning experience that he paid the price for it, because he was like, I suddenly said, I'm sorry, I can't do this. And he was just you need medication or something? And no, he didn't say that. But, and luckily I am heavily medicated, but I just realized I really love having creative control of everything, and even the tiny little bit giving it away, I reacted really badly to, and so then I just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna pedal to the metal, keep putting out music myself till I hit the grave, so be it.
You're a marketing mastermind, and that's basically what labels also do. So sometimes you can also just release it yourself, and you don't have to give away 50% of your rights if you release it yourself. So there's actually something to say for that. But yeah.
I just I don't know. I think too that I probably said before that I just so heavily was gunning for fame in the 90s. You know what I mean? And I mean, I would have sold my mother, for fame. And it was just I would have done anything. So I was so desperate, and so I really, when things didn't go my way, I just was destroyed, And I still have a little bit of that inside, So I have to be careful, Even I don't even send my stuff out to be reviewed, I just don't want to. I just don't want to have a bad day. You know what I mean? I think I'm a bit overly, maybe a bit too sensitive for this line of work. Even,
You're
so be it.
your truth or your title, what's upstairs, the independent art.
Yeah, then I just thought, oh, let me just run with this.
Yeah.
Independent artist, you know. I found there's a lot of people that feel like me too, you know. A lot of people feel this way. James feels very much this way too about like
Oh, didn't know that. No.
something, yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so
Anyhow,
and then now his, you know, I don't know if you've seen Petrified is almost at 180,000 streams. I mean,
and he
it's
did it
insane.
without a label, right?
Without a
He
label,
just did
you
it
know.
from himself. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
So that
Yeah.
I feel like that gives hope to us all, you know.
Oh yeah. Sometimes it can.
But I'm
it can
interested
hit.
what happens now that you guys got on this Spotify playlist. This could really, the numbers could really start.
Yeah.
growing.
So. Yeah, you have to imagine that this is a Spotify playlist from the Dutch curator team. So it's not as big as an international Spotify playlist, but still, I think in 5 days it led to, I don't know, like 400 streams or something like that, and a couple of followers as well. And, you know, people that totally see our music. But the most important thing for me is that it feels like recognition, because I've been working on songs for quite a while now, and sometimes if you're writing songs you have to miss other things, you know, like fun things with your friends and stuff like that, and probably the same thing for Pepijn and the rest of the guys. So this feels like recognition. That's the most important thing about it for me. It also works for your Spotify streams, but I mean it's not it's not that big, you know, but it's
but it's a little something.
It's nice.
soul food, keep yourself going.
Love it. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Well, I'm very happy for you guys, man. And keep going, guys, keep going.
Thank you so much.
I saw this thing, I don't know if you saw, I put it in stories the other day, Frank Zappa's 2 things to be a success in the music business is, number 1, don't give up. Number 2, keep going.
That's a good one.
That's the perfect advice.
All right, guys.
Okay.
Amazing.
See you.
I love you guys. Keep going. Talk to you soon.
Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.